So yeah, that's it for announcements. I think most of you are in a really good place and doing well and attending, so that's awesome. So 14, 15, yeah, so we have almost everyone here today, so that's great. And I'm always available to you through email or whatever to discuss your grade or anything you are curious about. So let's just review some of what we've gone over. So actually, no, we're going to start with our yoga practice, and then after we're going to do a little lecture. So we'll start lying down. So come down onto your mat. Good, lie down. We're going to let your legs stretch out long. And let your arms come down by your side, palms facing up. So this is a nice place to begin the practice. So everyone on Zoom, if you can have your camera on and have it facing you so I can see you. So I know you're participating. Great. All right, so let your legs stretch out and down. And let your arms come down by your side, palms facing up. And then we'll start today with a little meditation. So just closing your eyes, letting your body rest here. And you can kind of move your hips side to side, maybe shake out your shoulders, maybe turn your head. And if this does not feel comfortable for you, you can always bend your knees and place your feet down in active rest if your back feels uncomfortable, or even knees together, feet wide. And let your eyes close and let your body feel heavy here. Take a deep breath in and let a deep breath out. So think deep breath in through your nose and a deep breath out through your nose. Releasing and letting go. Again, breathe in, breathe out. And just start to notice how it feels to come onto your mat, into the space, to arrive here in the practice. I'm just checking in with how the body feels right now. If there are any kind of sore or tight places. How is your energy level? Are you tired or energized, or what's going on? How do you feel here now? And then see if you can start to relax your body. So from the crown of the head all the way down the face, the tops of the shoulders and the chest, flowing your attention down the arms into the fingertips, through the upper back and the front of the chest, the mid, low back, relaxing into your hips, and down the front body, the belly, the waist, the ribs, the chest, down into the hips and flowing down through the legs, the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, into the feet. Let your whole body surrender, relax, and let go. Breathing in and breathing out. See if you can keep your mouth closed in and out of the nose. And with every breath here, as we begin our practice, can you let yourself get more and more relaxed? So I know it can be hard sometimes when we come into this space to transition. So if there's something that might kind of be troubling you or a distraction, sometimes it's nice to begin by shining the light of our attention to that thing. So give you the big assignment later. Just maybe take a moment to acknowledge that. And then come back into the body, into the breath, onto the mat. So by doing practices of meditation, of breathing, of stretching and moving, it can help your whole life in all aspects. Reducing your stress levels, cortisol in your body, increasing your sense of presence and awareness, So making every kind of present moment experience even more rewarding and rich. So see if you can keep regulating your breath here as you feel the breath move in through the nose and out through the nose. Belly expands as you inhale and contracts as you exhale. Now you can even place your hands on your belly here. Inhale, expand, breathe in. Exhale, contract, breathe out. So imagining the two lungs on either side of you filling up as you breathe in. So think low, middle, upper lobes of the lungs expand. Exhale, upper, middle, lower lobes of the lungs release. Breathing in, breathing out. When we lengthen the exhale, it helps our bodies to settle, to rest, to let go. And when we make the inhale longer, that's kind of a stimulating, energetic, exciting feeling. So today, see if you can lengthen your exhale. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then exhale. See if you can exhale twice as long. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale. Keep going, keep going. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale. And now release any counting and just let the breath be really natural here. And you can almost imagine or visualize a warm light or energy, maybe even almost like a liquid, softening your whole body. So let this time of rest be like a warm hug, almost like a nurturing experience from a really good friend. Can you keep your focus really present and attentive? Noticing and scanning your body. Now I'll invite you to set an intention for your practice today, choosing a word to focus on or a phrase. So in yoga, this intention setting practice is really powerful. If you know anything about like The Secret or manifesting, what you focus on will grow. So if you're focused on kind of fear or sickness, that's really going to be your focus. But if you kind of feed your mind thoughts of positivity, balance, strength, wellness, productivity, success, that's what's going to come to fruition. So take a moment here to set your intention, choosing a word or a phrase. And maybe your word is presence or peace or balance or wellness. Or maybe you choose an I am statement like I am strong or I am successful, whatever feels good. And then get really clear, kind of open, present, and available to what your intention is for class today. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, kind of sealing in your intention for today and really committing to being very present here on the mat. So in our kind of separate places, we can get really distracted, but for you to kind of receive the most benefits of this class, of this semester, of this practice, really try to kind of stay away from any distractions at home and just lean into this moment here and now. So committing to presence, deep breath in and exhale. Good. Now from here, bend your knees and plant your feet down on the mat. Let your arms come long by your sides. Good. And then just sway your knees a little side to side to kind of loosen up the hips and the low back. Good. And then placing your feet down underneath your knees, arms long, press your hips up to a bridge position, kind of squeeze your backside, and then lower your hips back down. And just two more, press your hips up, squeeze, and then lower. One more, press your hips up. Good, and then lower down. Bend your knees into your chest and give yourself a little hug here, rock side to side. Maybe a little in and out, forward and back. And now let your knees drop over to the right. Open your arms out to a T and gaze to the left, spinal twist. This is a great stretch. Kind of wake up, energize, twist through your spine. And then come to center, knees hug in, rock side to side. And then drop your legs over to the left. Open your arms out wide, gaze right, twist. And then back to center, knees hug in, rock side to side. And now rock a little up and down along your spine, up and down, gaining some momentum. And rock all the way up to seated. All right. So comfortable cross-legged position. So gonna crisscross applesauce. Good. And then placing your hands on your knees, start to circle your spine around a little. I'm actually gonna move this so maybe you can kind of see me from the front. Yeah, so circle through your spine, circle. Good, and then circle. Good, and then come back up to center. Squeeze your shoulders up toward your ears, circle around, back and down. Nice shoulder shrugs here, up, around, back and down, up, around, back and down. And then give your shoulders a little shake at the bottom. Good, let your arms come down by your sides. Kind of tucking onto your fingertips. Inhale, stretch your arms out and up. And then exhale, let your arms float out and down. Good, connecting the breath and the movement. Nice job, you guys. Inhale, arms stretch up. And exhale, arms float down. Good, again, inhale, arms stretch out and up. Good, now exhale, take a gentle twist over to the right. So one hand to the knee, one hand behind your back. Inhale, sit tall. Good, exhale, twist back, maybe look back. Good, now keep your body twisted and just turn your gaze over your front shoulder, a little stretch for your neck. Good, and then spin around to face forward. Lower your right hand down, stretch your left arm up and over, side bend. Maybe pull your top shoulder back. Maybe circle your top wrist a little here. Good, and then lift back up to center with your hands on your knees. Again, circle through your spine. Chest forward to the side and around. Good, switch direction, circling. Good, and then uncross your legs, place your feet down at the edges of the mat. Hands can come behind you. And just sway your knees from side to side, swish and sway, back and forth. And then back to center, cross your shins, opposite shin in front, sitting nice and tall, arms by your side. Inhale, stretch your arms up, and exhale, twist to the left. Good, breathe in, lift up, breathe out, twist back. Good, one more breath in. Now keep your body twisting, just turn your gaze over your front shoulder. Good, and then spin around to face forward. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Side bend, stretch, reaching down your side. Good, and then lift back up. Again, hands on your knees, round your spine, shift back, chin in. Good, lift up and then arch your spine, shift forward. Good, now come to sit nice and tall. Bring your hands on top of your shoulders. So think thumbs back, fingers forward, elbows nice and high. And we're gonna twist from side to side. So inhale left, exhale right. Inhale, exhale. So sharp inhale, in through your nose, out through your nose. Twist, twist. And maybe try to see back behind you. So this is from Kundalini Yoga. Twist, twist. Keep going, elbows nice and high, sitting tall. Twist, twist, opening up your shoulders, your upper back. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Hold your arms up, bring your arms overhead. Make thumbs up position. Good. So fist with your hands, thumbs up, and then hold your arms up here. Maybe close your eyes. And see if you can breathe in and out of the belly, kind of pumping your belly. Hold your arms up, keep holding. Good, and then slowly lower your arms down. Hands behind you. Place your feet down, bend your knees, press up, reverse table. Good, and then come down. Swing your legs around and press back into child's pose at the back of the mat. So big toes touch, knees go wide, hips to the heels as your arms stretch forward. Good, nice AJ. So let your forehead rest. Good. Big toes touch, knees wide. Good. So this should feel like a really nice stretch along the low back through your hips. Good. Can you get your forehead to touch the mat? And then maybe breathe into the back side of the body. Inhale. And exhale. Full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Good. Now lift your gaze. Come onto your fingertips and walk your upper body over to the right, kind of stretching down your left side. Stretching your arms, breathing down the side. And then lift your gaze up on fingertips. Walk yourself centered and then over to the left. Stretching down your right side, breathing into the back bone. And then lift your gaze, come back to center, child's pose, one more breath. Good, rise up to all fours, tabletop position. Good, so wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Begin by kind of moving your hips from side to side here. So hips go right, hips go left, kind of lengthening down your spine. Good, now start to make some space through your spine. So bend and straighten your arms as you round your spine up. And then drop your chest down. So up and down, side to side. It might feel kind of funny. Kind of moving through your hips, your shoulders. And then switch other way, up and down, side to side. Good, and then find neutral tabletop position. Cat-cow, let your toes tuck. Let your belly drop, hips lift, chest draws back, shoulders down, gaze up. Nice. Now point your toes and round your spine. Press the floor away, chin in, separate your shoulder blades on the back. Nice. And then two more like that. Tuck the toes, let the belly lower, shoulders drop down and back, lift up, lift. Nice. And then point your toes and round your spine, chin in. Last one. Inhale for cow, arch your spine. Lift up. Good. Round your spine, gaze in. Good. Come back to neutral table pose. And again, just kind of shift your hips from side to side. Good. Now from here, stretch your right leg back behind you to a hover. Good. Now pull your right knee into your chest. Send it back, pull it in. And just kind of move that leg in and out a couple times. Waking up the hip, warming up. For 3, 2, 1, hold it back. Now see if you can stretch your left arm forward. So balancing opposite arm and leg, hold, reach, very nice. Good, and then lower all fours, shake it out back and forth. Good, other side, stretch your left leg back, hold it lifted. Then now pull your knee into your chest. Stretch it back, pull it in, and see if you can get into kind of a rhythm. Maybe cat-cow your spine as you move your leg in and out, warming up that hip. 3, gonna keep going. 1 more. Good, leg goes back, stretch your right arm forward, opposite arm and leg, balance, hold, reach. Good, and then lower to all fours, table, shake your hips from side to side. Good, now walk your knees back. I'm gonna tuck your toes, stretch back. And this is gonna be gentle, but we're just gonna do 1 chaturanga push-up today. So shift forward to modified plank or plank pose if you want. Look forward, elbows bend. So think tricep push-up, lower down. Good, then come all the way to your belly. Stretch your legs back and then stretch your arms along by your sides. So hands are down with your hips. Then inhale, lift everything up, arms, legs, and chest, lengthening your back body. Here, breathe. Good, lower. Now this time, see if you can bring your hands to touch behind your back, maybe interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, draw your shoulders back and down, and then lift up. Arms, legs, chest, opening here. And then lower down. Bring your hands by your sides, palms down, fingers forward, legs stretch back, lift up, cobra pose. Good, shoulders down, and then maybe gaze right, gaze left, gaze forward. Tuck your toes, press up to table, and then circle your hips back to the left and right, forward, right, left. Nice big circles. Good, and then switch other way. Good, circles. Good, and then back to center. Bring your knees together, tuck your toes, and sit your hips back on your heels for a toe squat. This is a really great stretch for your feet. You can reach back, make sure your pinky toe is getting involved. And if this is too much, you can stand on your knees if you want. Good, reach your arms straight up overhead and go like this, flick your fingers, flick, flick, flick. So think tight this big palm, arms go straight overhead. Good. Tight this big palm, flick, 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 waking up your fingers, your wrists, your hands, just like this, flick, 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 keep going, keep going, keep going, couple more. Good, now shake out your hands, shake out your wrist, shake, 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 shake. Good, then come onto all fours and tap your toes out on the mat really hard, tap, 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 tap. Like you're having temper tantrum, tap out your feet, tap out your feet, tap, 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 tap. Good, and then get still, table, shake your hips side to side. Good, now from here, bring your fingers back towards your knees with your palms up to stretch your wrists. Good, then see if you can lower your palm down towards the floor. So stretching your forearms. This is really good to prevent tennis elbow or carpal tunnel. A lot of us are typing, texting, writing a lot. So this is really good for your forearms, your wrists. Nice, maybe even shift back and forward a little bit. Good, now bring your thumbs forward and your fingers out. So it looks like this. And then see if you can bring your shoulders over your wrists and kind of shift a little side to side. Forward and back. Nice. And then just face forward, shake out your hand again, shake and shake. We're gonna do downward dog and a couple standing poses, and then we'll get into some deeper stretches. So spread your fingers wide, press into your palms, hands shoulder distance apart. Then tuck your toes and lift your hips to down dog. So in this first one, bend your knees a lot. And then think about lifting your hips high and pressing your chest back. And then maybe work to straighten your legs. You can pedal your feet out a little. Walk it out. Good, and then here, Michael, we're just gonna move your hips side to side, back and forth. And if this doesn't feel good for you, you can always stay in table. Good, yeah, so chest to your thighs, hips lift. There you go. Maybe working your heels down, maybe working to straighten your legs. Good, and then from here, come up to your tiptoes and shift forward to plank position, top of a push-up, one strong straight line. So often I see people kind of dropping their hips. See if you can lift your hips in line with your shoulders. That looks good, AJ. And then hips lift up and back down dog. Good, and just one more time like that. Inhale forward to plank pose, nice and strong, high plank. Press back to your heels, reach forward, breathe. And then hips lift to down dog. Good, now walk your hands back to your feet. Come to the back of the mat in a forward fold. Let your knees bend, let your upper body hang, maybe sway a little side to side. Good, now heel toe your feet open, bend your knees and squat down for Malasana, yogi squat. So your heels are wide, knees bent, and hands at your heart. Good, see if you can even drop your heels here. So this is a great stretch for your hips, your spine, your back, your ankles. Good, hands can be together, lift your chest. Nice, and then bring your hands to the floor and forward fold, lower down. Toes face forward, maybe sway a little. Good, and then with the bend of your knees, round your spine up to stand. Come all the way up to stand. And then at the top, shrug your shoulders up, back, and around. Good, up, back, and around. Good, up, back, and around. So now we're just going to kind of wake up the whole body from the bottom to the top with some kind of circular gentle movements. So feet hip width distance apart. Good. Lift your right heel up and then your left heel. You can also reach your arms in front of you to help you balance. So pedal out your feet. This is something, it's kind of Pilates, or like modern dancers do it. And then look at your feet. Notice if your ankles kind of like sickle to the side and see if you can keep your feet tracking forward. Good. Now, feet apart, bend your knees, squat down into a little squat. And then here, lift your right heel and then your left heel. Pedal and pedal. This is great to strengthen your feet, your ankles, your knees. Good. Both heels lift, both heels lower, bend your knees, squat down. Good. Now stand up, bring your right knee into your chest and then your left knee. You can reach your arms overhead. So think a little march. Point your toes. And as you point your toes, you'll get a little stretch and strength through the front of the foot. Good. Lift and lift. Nice. Lower your feet down. And then bring your feet together, hands on your knees, crouch down and circle your knees around like this. Circle. 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 Switch directions. Good. Nice, everybody. Good. Now stand up. Step your feet wide toward the edges of the mat and circle your hips around like this. You can place your hands on your hips or let your arms kind of move. And as you move your hips to the side, notice how that feels, what it feels like to press your hips back, forward. So just kind of waking up your hips, which can get tight from sitting or being really active. Good. Now switch directions, circle through your hips, circle. Good. And then slow your circles down. See if you can kind of isolate through your ribs and your chest. And then bring your chest kind of forward to the side, back and around. So waking up, kind of the ribs, the shoulders forward to the side and around. Good, and then switch other direction. Shoulders, chest, ribs. Good, and then back to stand. Reach your right arm up, back and around like you're doing the backstroke. Left arm goes back. Right arm up and back, left arm. Right and left. Now stretch your right arm forward, left arm. Kind of swim forward. Good, both arms stretch up. Now see if you can drop your right arm back, your left arm forward at the same time. Good, right back, left arm forward. Yeah, it's kind of challenging. Go drop, lift, drop, lift. Good, now switch, go right forward, left back, lift, lower lift, lower lift. Stretch both arms up. And then hinge up and over to the right. Maybe bring your right hand onto your hip. Stretch your top arm up and over. Maybe circle your wrist. Good, back up. And then opposite hand on hip. Stretch up and over to the side. Good, back up. Circle your shoulders up, back and around. Shoulder rolls. Good, now I'll just do a short kind of standing sequence of a couple warrior poses. So top of the mat, step your right leg back to a high lunge. Good, arms stretch high. So crescent lunge. Good, now spin your back foot in. So this is called warrior two. So left leg forward, right leg back, arms stretch high. Good, now open to the side of the mat. And this is warrior two, arms stretch out wide. Nice deep end of that standing leg. Good, just one time, straighten your arms and legs. Bend and come down, warrior two. Good, then straighten your front leg, maybe walk your back foot in. Stretch forward for triangle pose. See if you can bring your hand onto your shin. Maybe the ankle. Good, and then rise back up. And step to the top of the mat. Here into the heart, mountain pose. Breathe in. And exhale. Shoulders drop down. Good, step your opposite leg back, crescent lunge. Good, left leg steps back, arms stretch high. Nice deep end of your front knee. Good, now see if you can spin your back heel down to make a warrior one. Step your back foot over the side a little bit more. Good, think hips forward, ribs forward. Nice, stretch up. And then open to the side of the mat, warrior two. Arms reach out wide. Drop down nice and low. Good, just one time, pump your warrior. Inhale, arms and legs straighten. Exhale, lower. Hold it low. Good, now straighten your front leg. You can walk your back foot in. Triangle pose, lower down. Bring your hand onto the ankle, the shin. Stretch up. Good, and then rise back up and step to the top of the mat, mountain pose. Deep breath in, exhale. Lower your arms and then stretch them out to the sides and uplift. Good, forward fold, come down. Lengthen your spine, look forward. Good, and then bend your knees and come down to have a seat. Good, stretch your legs out in front of you. Give your legs a little wiggle, 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 shake, shake, shake. Good, bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees come apart. And then bring your hands onto your feet and see if you can give yourself a little foot massage. And squeezing the inner arches, the ankles, the toes. Good, lifting nice and tall. Then forward fold. Nose towards your toes. Maybe forearms kind of scoop underneath your legs. Good, breathe here. Maybe feeling a stretch along the back. Good, see if you can hold, maybe rock your head a little side to side. And then slowly roll up. Pause at the top, shoulders shrug up, back and down. Bring your hands behind your back, lift up. And then bend your knees and plant your feet down. Sway a little side to side. Good, stretch your right leg long and bring your left foot inside your leg for head to knee pose, Janu Shirshasana. Lift up tall and then see if you can fold down over that right leg. Nose toward your knee or chin toward your shin, maybe stretching towards your front foot. And if you're kind of high up, if this feels really tight, that's totally normal. No worries, just practicing observation with non-judgment, just noticing. And then rise up, come back up to seated, shoulders shrug up, back and around. And now bend your left knee, put your foot down, wrap your right arm around your left knee and twist, look back behind you. Good, breathe in, sit tall, and breathe out, twist, look back. Good. And then come back to center, stretch both legs straight, shake, shake, wiggle, wiggle, and flex your feet. Good, then bend your right knee in, and bring the sole of the foot inside your leg, tight knee, go lift up tall. Good, and then forward fold. Stretch down over that leg, reaching towards your toes, your ankles, whatever's available there. Good, yeah, nice. Holding here, breathing. And notice if you feel the stretch in your back, in your hips. Paying attention, notice and feel. And then slowly rise back up. Shoulders shrug, up, back, and around. And then bend your knee, plant your foot. Wrap your arm around the leg. And then twist in that direction. Maybe left elbow outside the right knee, look back, twist. And then come back to center. Both legs stretch straight out. Give them a wiggle and a shake. Good, and then flex and then point your feet. Good, rock side to side, stretch your arms up high. And then forward fold, reach toward your toes. One more breath. Good, and then rise back up. Pause at the top, inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands behind you, palms down, fingers in. Now option, you can press up into a reverse plank here, straight legs. Or a little easier, bend your knees, plant your feet, reverse table. Good, lower down, and then swing your legs around behind you, press back to tabletop position once again. Move your hips side to side, maybe roll your spine up and down, out. And then lift your right arm nice and high towards the ceiling, and then lead your right arm underneath your left, thread the needle pose. See if you can bring your right ear down, left hand in front of your face, stretch it forward. So you can really press into your left hand and roll to that right side, stretch. Breathe, notice, feel. Good, and then slowly press your left hand down, stretch your right arm back up, lift it up, circle your wrist, your arm shape. And then lower your right hand down, all fours, shake out your hips, move side to side. Good, and then stretch your left arm up. Weave your left arm underneath your right. Thread the needle, left ear down. Right hand can be in front of your face, maybe pressing the floor away, fingers in front of you. You can also stretch your right leg up and back to make it a little more dynamic. One more breath here. Good, then press into your right hand, stretch your left arm back up and out. Hold that arm lifted, shake out your hand, your wrist, your arm, shake it out. Good, table pose, all fours. Good, now come forward and lay on your belly. Bring your forearms down in front of you for Sphinx pose. So think elbows underneath your shoulders. Good, and then pull your chest through. Nice. Now from here, bend your left knee up towards your waist, keeping your foot on the floor. Good. So that's a nice little stretch for your thoracic spine, to the middle of your back. And if that's uncomfortable, you can always put a blanket or something underneath your knee. Good, now see if you can straighten your left arm and weave your right arm underneath. Let your right ear rest, maybe left hand in front of your face. Yeah, that's it, nice. You can also press your left hand onto your right hand, kind of pressing away. Good, now stretch your left arm up and open it over to the side. So stretch your left arm over to the left, keep your knee across you, and then hold your arm there in the air, let gravity kind of give you a stretch along the front of your chest and your shoulder. So breathe, feel, notice. And then roll onto your back, keeping your left leg across your body for a spinal twist. So now you're on your back, arms are open wide, palms up, chest is open, twisting here. Good, so the left leg is across, the right leg is long, breathe. So belly twist, spinal twist, bringing out. You can let your forehead relax, the temples, the jaw, the mouth, the throat, the neck, head. Everything is soft. And then from here, roll all the way onto your back. And then you can kind of shimmy yourself back to the middle of your mat, hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Good, you can kind of shift your leg a little side to side, pull in, release. Good, now option to lift your upper body up off the mat, bring your nose up towards your knee. Good, lower down, now stretch your left leg straight towards the sky. Point and flex your foot, roll your ankle. If you're an athlete and you're really tight in your hamstring, this might feel really good, stretching behind the leg. Good, now here, hold it here, or option to walk your upper body up, maybe pull your leg in a little bit closer. Good, lower down. Now with the leg straight, or you can bend your knee and so leg straight or knee bent, open your leg over to the left. Press your right hand on top of your right hip. So keep your low back pressing down as you stretch out to the side. And then slowly bring your leg back up to center, nice and straight. Hold it straight and cross your leg over your body just a little. So off to the side to feel a stretch along the outside of the leg, the IT band area. Flex your foot. Good, then bring your leg straight up and slow and with control, stretch your leg to the bottom of the mat. Good. Lower your legs, feet down, arms relaxed by your side. Breathe in and breathe out. Now from here, flip back over onto your belly. To the other side. Come to Sphinx pose. Arms down. Pull your chest through. Good. Now bend your right knee up towards your waist, keeping your ankle on the floor. Good. So hopefully this is clear to you all. I can't really see you super clearly. So is everyone getting this or is anyone confused? If you're confused, raise your hand. Okay, good. Now, see if you can straighten through your arms. Yeah, you can keep your ankle down. And then stretch your left arm underneath your right. Yeah, just like that. I'm gonna spin around so you might be able to see me a little bit better. Good, so this is a really nice stretch for your thoracic spine, the middle of the back. Good, now maybe you put your right hand onto your left hand and stretch your left shoulder arm to the side. And now from here, stretch your right arm up and out and over, rolling towards your right side. Good, hold that right arm in the air, palm up to feel a stretch along the front of your chest and your shoulder. Good, breathe. Feel and notice. And then from here, roll to your back. Arms open out wide. Let your right knee be across your body. Twist. Good, notice how that feels, where you're feeling the stretch. Your shoulder, maybe the outer hip. Breathe, feel, relax. Now as you're ready, roll all the way onto your back. You might need to kind of shimmy back towards the middle of your mat. Bend your right knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Rock it side to side. Pull in, release, maybe circle it around. And then option to lift your upper body, maybe pull your nose towards your knee, hug it in a little tighter. Good, and then lower down, stretch your right leg straight towards the ceiling. You can grab behind your thigh, point and flex your foot. Circle your ankle. Each direction. You go now flex your foot, option here to hold or walk your upper body up the leg, pull your leg in a little bit closer. Good, then lower back down. Now either with a straight leg or a bent knee, open your right leg over to the right. So you can keep your left hand anchoring the left hip down. And then bring your leg back to center. Hold it straight and then cross it over your body just a little. Flexing your foot, feel the stretch down the outside of the leg. And then slowly bring your leg back to center. Maybe pull it in one more time. And then let your legs stretch long to the bottom of the mat. Let your feet come out, let your arms come down, palms facing up, and let your eyes close. Again, maybe resting your hands on your belly. To really deepen that breath. Focus on your pranayama. Legs are straight and long, or you can also bend your knees and plant your feet. Relaxing the forehead, face, jaw, mouth, neck, head, chest, back, belly. Let everything be really still, quiet, peaceful. So at the end of every yoga class, we do something called Shavasana, final relaxation pose. Letting the body get totally still, quiet here. Absorbing all the benefits of the practice. So allowing your eyes to close and your body to rest completely and deeply. Inhale and exhale. Shavasana. Take a few more really deep breaths here in your final resting pose. Letting yourself feel soft, relaxed, released, and let go. And just notice if it feels challenging to stay still, laying down relaxed, or if it feels really nice and refreshing. Take a full deep breath in. A little long, slow, deep breath out. Inhale and exhale. Paying attention to how your body feels now and maybe how it felt when we first began. And then start to slowly wiggle your fingers and toes, rotate your ankles and wrists. You can turn your head gently from side to side. And now stretch your arms up and your feet down. Reach your body up and down, top to bottom, stretch. Good, and then bend your knees in, give yourself a squeeze. You can rock a little side to side, forward and back. And then roll to one side and pause. And then take your time to press up to seated position. I'm gonna sit nice and tall, comfortable cross-legged position. The shoulders can roll up, back, and around, up, back, and around. And then with your hands resting palms face down here, a nice tall spine. Take a moment of mindful meditation, being very curious about your body here, noticing and feeling. And bring your hands to your heart, palms touching, taking a moment of acknowledgement for your effort today on the mat, for your practice, how you feel, what's going on, and just kind of shining your attention to a feeling of deep gratitude for the body, the breath, all the experience you've gone through in the past year or so, what you've learned and how you're growing. And we close the practice with a word that just means the light in me. Season honors the light in you. We honor all of our teachers and all our experiences that have brought us to this moment. Namaste. Great job. How do you feel?
Looser.
What's that?
Looser.
Looser. Nice. How do you guys feel? Pretty good? Did anyone fall asleep in Shavasana? Thumbs up. Almost, yeah, I know, right? So just also another kind of heads up, kind of obvious, you have to stay till the end of class to receive credit for class. So just a little alert. Okay, that's going to be all for class today. And I'm going to post this class and then another kind of short 15 or 20-minute lecture about some of the philosophy and some different breathing practices I want you to practice on your own for next week in your journal assignment. So have a great